Okay, so this is my hazard for Plan B sling bag, and basically it's designed for like guns and stuff, and kind of anything you want to throw in there, but it was mainly designed for guns. This bag here did not come with this shot cord. I put this in with this little cinch clip on it. I did the same for the sides, so that way I could kind of put my my tripod or my selfie stick or whatever I have in there. This is just a regular pouch that I store whatever I need for my camera gear in here. The smaller stuff goes in here. And there's a few issues with this bag that I did not like. The reason why I bought it was because I got a good deal on it, brand new. These bags go for about 160 to 180 bucks. I think I paid like 70 for it. And let me show you what the inside looks like real quick, and then we'll get into the issues I've had with this and some solutions I like kind of thought of to fix those issues. So on the inside you basically have this mesh webbing right here. I don't use it. Then you have like, it's made out of Cordura, so it's really tough material. So what I did was I ended up putting this this divider here. So the inside of these are lined with like a hook and loop type of fabric. So this would be the loop and this would be the hook, and basically it's like Velcro. So you could kind of configure it however you want. I kind of keep my DJI Mavic up here, so I keep all that stuff in there. I may go into details on how I set this up, but this video's content is mainly the issues I have with this bag and the solutions I'm going to show you that I came up with. So I keep that in there, and then what I did was I put this down here at the bottom to kind of stiffen this bottom section. I put a piece of plastic in there to keep this bottom frame from collapsing. And I did the same for the top, except I didn't put a plastic up here, only because when you sling it around, you kind of want this a little bit loose, so that way it kind of has some give. So when you're walking and stuff, it doesn't put a lot of stress and stuff on your back. And then I got my GoPro, my setup here. So that's how that looks on the inside. This is just an open pocket with some let me open this real quick. So it's just like a pocket where I keep my stuff from my DJI Mavic. This is a light that goes to my GoPro, so I could shoot in the dark, and then it has some pouches here. Nothing too crazy. So my biggest issue was the back side of this. It was a single sling type of bag. So the sling ran from the very top up here. It was about like that wide, and it ran right in the center, and then it had an option to either hook it down here or hook it over here. This bag is really nice because it's real narrow and it's perfect for camera equipment. They have a few other ones that are for camera equipment, but I got a good deal on this, and that's why I bought this one. So one of the modifications that I've done to this bag would be the straps. So as you can see, I cut off I took a knife or a razor blade, X-Acto knife, whatever, and I trimmed it all the way down here. So the big strap went across here, and then it connected to either side. And the reason for a sling bag is so that way when you wear it around your chest, you could rotate this around, and this will end up in the front of you where your stomach area is, and then you could access the contents inside by unzipping one side and kind of flapping it open to get your guns or whatever you decide to put in there. One issue I had with having that sling is since it's in the center, it kind of doesn't sit properly on the rotation of your chest, and so I found it to be uncomfortable and really with that wide strap, like, yeah, it's wide. You may think like, oh, it should be comfortable because it was padded like this, but it did put a lot of pressure out of my shoulder blade. So, and then my shoulder area would hurt, so I would have to adjust sides, and it wasn't comfortable for long hikes or like nature walks or stuff like that where you're constantly climbing. So what I end up doing was, on the top up here, I ran a piece of MOLLE webbing material. The 1-inch stuff, you can run whatever you want, but I use the 1-inch, and I routed it from this MOLLE webbing on the side. So I wrapped it around here, and then I locked it off here with one of these adjusters right here, and then I ran all the way across, straight across to the other side, did the same thing to the other side, and then I took it right here and I stitched with the box stitching. I stitched the MOLLE web right here in the center, and it came up with the little thing that was already on here, that the strap that was down here had like a piece of MOLLE webbing that would go here and then lock down as a compression strap, so you could cinch it up here and really tighten your bag this way. So I used that, and then I've had a backpack that has these regular straps in, and I took these straps off of another military backpack that I had, that I only paid like 12 or 15 bucks on Amazon, and it's really good for the price, and I use that for like my clothes and stuff when I go out of town, just to throw them in there. So I did that, and then I bought these little tabs that go on regular backpacks and stuff, and I just wrapped it around. I didn't sew it because I wanted this to move back and forth, so that way it would have plenty of adjustment when I'm walking, and it wouldn't be fixed in one area. So I wrapped that around the straps, came all the way down, and then this was already on the strap to begin with from the backpack I took these off of, and then I came down here and I wrapped it around here, and then cinched it to the area where the larger single strap from the sling bag would mount. So now I could carry it like a normal backpack, and I really like this setup a lot because since it's narrow, you can't really fill the bag on your back, and it's really nice for hiking with the two straps. You could buy the Hazard 4 backpack like this with the straps, the dual straps, but then again, you know, it was like double the price. I got a good deal on this one, like I said, so just pay attention to like Amazon, eBay, and you may come across a good deal, or Optics Planet, because that's where I bought this one from. And of course, you got these compression straps that you can unravel here and latch up if you need them. So basically, this is the setup I have for my camera gear. And then you have a chest strap. I got rid of the larger strap that would go around the waist because I didn't need that, but you could actually put it back on here and then strap it around here and then go across. To me, it's just a hindrance or a crutch as you every time you gotta put your backpack on. So let's get into the next mod that I want to do, and that's the one I'm going to show you how to do right now. So let's get into that right now. Okay, so what I want to do is when I grab my bag and I go and throw it on, I notice since this has no support, like besides the foam that's in here, this bag, it kind of collapses in this area, and that bugs me because it throws a crease in it and it looks ugly. But even though you can't see it, you know, to me I could see it visually and I know it's there. And also I don't want to crush the contents in here when I go and throw it on, so I don't want to crush like my microphone or my camera and that kind of thing when I sling this bag over my shoulders. So when I grab it, you can see that it bends it right there. So this bag is pretty cool because it has the zippers right here, and that will allow you to open up this area. So once you open up this area, you know, you'll have this pocket. You have this large pocket that opens up, and it's soft. It's like a hook and loop type of deal. So this is like the loop area, and what I want to do is modify this and actually insert a piece of plastic that's going to fit perfectly in here to give this back piece structure, so that way when my camera gear's in here it doesn't collapse and jack it up. As you can see, this is pretty stiff already, but to make it more stiff I bought a piece of Lexan or plexiglass, and it's the 1/8 inch stuff, so it's really thin and light, and I measured this already. Your backpack's going to be different, so make sure you take your own measurements, and make sure you measure from the inside, so that way you know that it's going to fit in here, and not measure the outside, because you have this like little bit for the zipper sticking out, and then you have this like little tab that's going to stick down when you zip it up. So you want to make sure you take those measurements from this inside area, top and bottom.
Let me come to your world of fears and shadows, and tell me now why you build it for yourself. I can't breathe when it sparks tonight. I see through your scars. I can't breathe when it sparks tonight. I see
The big radius is because this is a sharp corner, this is a sharp corner, and these are sharp corners. When you slide this in here, these lock in, but this one has to get the full rotation, so I had to leave a bigger radius on this end, and we push it in. Once you push it in, you should be able to zip it up all the way around. And when you lift up on the backpack, as you can see, there's no flex, so it stiffened this whole thing. So I'm pretty happy with it. You know, you look on the side, you push in, it doesn't like give away right here. One thing to remember is be careful when breaking this stuff off. If you don't scribe it deep enough, it'll snap like how I did it, and it did not finish cutting the edge like this one, and I snapped this side of it, so keep that in mind.